So I think when you look at technical skills, I think that it's better to go to the campuses, identified campuses, and hire from there, because that's far more value for money, and you get the right talent. So I think that the campus is something which is preferred for doing freshers hiring, but you're not close to hiring people who are walk-in also or drop in their resumes over a period of time during the year. I would say campuses. Okay. Definitely yes, because then you basically do the right funneling. You identify right campuses. You have had experience with the campuses, so your efforts for the work done is far better ROI when it comes to campuses. You identify and go and hire rather than really going around. And I think freshers should be hired from the campus. That's what we do. So I'm not sure this data is pertaining to technical skills or it is functional skills what we are looking at. It's not a question of people are not employable, people are not really applying for the right jobs for that matter. Everybody who's learned something, whether it's a Premier Institute or a B grade institute or the qualification what a person has, everybody has a job. It's only the right fitment perhaps which is not happening. If I look at specifically in terms of management schools and technology institutes, software skills for the technology guys and technical skills for the management guys is something which somewhere needs to be focused, and if that is focused, it basically gives an additional edge to the candidates, and perhaps they become better employed. Initial onboarding or the induction process would include integration with the culture in the organization. People who are coming to the organization, they should understand the business, what business we are into, how do we do business, what is the business model, how do we earn revenue, what are the levers of the business. So first thing is to train people on the business, and then perhaps look at their technology skills as well as management skills in line with the role what they are doing. So that sort of a customization is definitely needed, and we would have strong skill building programs for the technical guys as well as management guys. It's an aspiration mismatch, right? It's not something, it's nothing else, it's an aspiration mismatch. If somebody who's from a tier 3 institute thinks of getting into a premier FMCG company, perhaps that person is looking for the wrong job in the wrong place. Similarly, if I look at tier 3 institutes, people have different type of job sets. So the MBA institutes jobs starts right from 15,000 onwards to 50 lakhs. It is important for the organizations and the management institutes to understand their target audience and pitch themselves for those jobs and go through that. What happens also is that when you say that organizations are not in position to hire freshers, it may be because of certain basic skill sets in terms of functional competence may be missing in the institute. Curriculum overall design, what is needed for those students to really go through, may not have been revised. Close collaboration with the organizations of the corporate world, understanding the market trends, understanding the needs of the organization, and somewhere being very, very flexible in terms of tweaking the overall curriculum. What happens, a lot of organizations, a lot of institutes which are running under aegis of universities or AICT, I think they have a government driven cumbersome process of looking at the curriculum. How much flexibility do they have to really change the curriculum is a question mark. It's important to have a very, very strong team of professionals sitting on the advisory board of the management institute who are in position to guide for the right content in the curriculum, and that's what will make a huge difference. I think it's a good initiative in terms of skilling people, working with the corporates, allowing people to do internship. I think this initiative should help in increasing the employability of people. At the same time, also provide a lot of more exposure and opportunities for the people who are employable. I think that's commendable that somebody is taking that initiative. See, any solution with respect to hiring is always welcome as long as it is customized to the organization need. I think there's one area where a huge amount of time is invested in terms of internal interview scheduling, selection of candidates, giving right feedback, and finally closing the offer in case you have a solution which can take care of all this stuff perhaps makes great amount of sense. And yeah, it has to be, the system should have a bit of capability of getting customized to the organization. If that is there, perhaps it makes huge amount of sense. I think match fit, job and person fit should be one of the ways of looking at it. Aspiration mapping is one thing which should also be looked at. Like what people want to aspire, are they really getting into the right role, or it is a round peg for the square hole sort of a problem. So in terms of providing a job, and the role fit would be one area. How do you do it is something that one needs to look at. Also, a facility or the possibility of giving a feedback or closing the loop with a candidate is also an important element. In case somewhere that gets built up, it works two ways. One, and a candidate comes to know that what has happened of the process. Second, it also gets some developmental inputs which can help in his further future preparations.